Hi everyone, Deb Raven here. Welcome to another little segment of Musings where I share some stories and some tips and some strategies to help you, women over the age of 50, to find or create work that you really love doing. And I find that the majority of the people that come to seek my help have been doing the work that they've been doing for a very long time 30, 25, 35 years and they no longer enjoy it and they really want to transition into something else because they're not quite ready to retire yet, but they have no idea what that could actually even be. So they come to me so they can get some clarity and some direction and some support on how to actually exit a job that's no longer working for them and get into something that they really love and that connects them to their purpose. And that's the work that connects me with my purpose. I've seen too many women over my 17 years of doing this that have been in this situation, and it always makes me really sad that women feel like they have to settle. And I'm here to offer that encouragement and support for people who are done settling. They don't want to settle anymore. Today, I want to talk a little bit about values, but maybe not in the way that typically people talk about values. I want to talk about what it is that you value. So, do you know that most people on average have between $6 and $10 million go through their hands during the course of their lifetime? $6 to $10 million, that's an average. Some people much more than that. Which means for most of us, I'm not saying everybody, so no, no nasty comments, but for most of us, we have enough money for exactly what we want money for. And a friend told me not too long ago, show me your receipts and I'll show you your values. And I love this so much because I really do think that it's true. So let me just explain. We all see on this monster called social media and whatever platform, we see people posting pictures. Nobody posts like bad, sad, family life stuff on there because it doesn't sell. That's where you get the news from, because those tragedies do sell in news, but they don't sell in the social media world. So we see friends and relatives and acquaintances, maybe high school friend, maybe somebody that you used to work with, posting pictures of their beautiful vacations. So maybe not the vacations so much in the last year and a half, but before that, vacations, maybe new cars, maybe a new house or a cottage or a boat or, all of those things. And we sit back and we go, huh, nice for them. It's never going to happen to me. Oh, they must have gotten inheritance because how else could they afford that? Oh, well, good for them. They went to the right school or they got lucky in their job. We all justify things that we see on social media, and then we justify, and then we get sometimes enraged, sometimes jealous, because we look at other people and we go, like, how come I can't have that? How come I can't have this wonderful job that pays me 125K a year? How come I can't live in that kind of a house? How come I can't buy a new car? How come I can't have the perfect man in my life? So we play that comparison game, which is really the thief of joy, any comparison game. But we see all of these things on social media, and sometimes we get jealous. That's their values. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with cars and trips and boats and houses. Nothing wrong with that at all. But where we get tripped up is that we think, oh, poor me. But maybe you are one of those people who has different values. Maybe you're one of those people who has to get their nails done every week, or a pedicure every couple of weeks, or a facial or a massage. Nothing wrong with any of those. Maybe you're a woman who has a closet full of clothes, or closets full of clothes, or shoes, or handbags, or makeup. And all of your clothes and your shoes and your handbags, you need a separate storage facility to even handle all of that stuff. That's the reality. A lot of women do live that way. That's their values. Is one better or worse than the other? Of course not. But for the person who sits back maybe and gets jealous on social media, maybe they should take a look around them, because often their receipts will show that they have different values. Maybe they're paying for, maybe they're supporting a grandchild or a family member or an older family member. That's their values at that particular stage in their life. Then you have other people who have really invested in their education, and some people even in their 50s are still paying off student debt. And then there's those other people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s who continue to invest in themselves in terms of education or personal or professional growth and development. And there's lots of people, myself included, who will take $50,000 and not bat an eye for professional training and development, but I will sure bat an eye on that for a house or a car. That is my values. You may not see the $50,000 or $100,000 that I've spent on personal training and development, professional development, because it's not a visible thing. It's not a tangible thing. It's not a house. It's not a car. It's not a picture on Facebook of a vacation. But other people are also spending a lot of money, $50,000, $100,000 in the last 10 or 20 years of their life on other things that they value. And why I'm even talking about this is because I talk to a lot of women every week on the phone who are interested in doing some work with me to see if I'm the right person to help them. And sometimes when I bring up the cost or the investment, people go, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can afford that. That's maybe more than what I thought it was going to be. Maybe I can't afford that. And I always think about that, is that people always have money for what they want to. So if that willingness to change, if you're in a lot of suffering, if you're miserable in a job that is no longer serving you, no longer working for you, and you can't get out of it on your own, the things that you're doing, you're not able to make the progress in any kind of a fast amount or short amount of time, and you really want help or support, then that is an investment in you. And sometimes we have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit in order to make investments in ourselves. I know that I did when I was, a 20-something-year-old who had to put myself through university. I know that there are sacrifices to make. When I was raising a family as a single mom, I sure and heck knew what sacrifices were in order to do what I needed to do. And then in this stage in my life, I have different values, and a lot of my values are really going to my professional development. That's my values. They do not need to be yours. But all I'm saying is that sometimes when we think something costs too much or we can't afford it, especially when it comes to investing in your health and well-being, because being in a crappy job that's sucking the life out of you is actually wrecking your health and well-being. So saying that you don't have money to do something like that, I just offer you to really take a look at where is it that you are spending your money, and maybe you're willing to cut back somewhere. Whether that's working with me or taking a training and develop course or getting your real estate license or getting your graphic design, like it does, whatever that means. Even if you're in your 50s, don't say I can't do it because of money, because most of us can. If we cut back, if we sacrifice, if we take a little money from our savings and our investments, then we can usually do the things that we want to do. That's my little rant today about what you value, because I believe that show me your receipts and I'll show you your values, I think is a really accurate statement. So I'm just offering to you to value yourself in whatever it is that you choose. You choose to spend your money on vacationing or clothes or handbags or professional development or personal development. value that in yourself, because we all have different values. And if you would like some help in finding out what's stopping you, really stopping you from finding or creating work that you really love and that fills you up and gives you joy and gives you purpose, and you're inspired to get out of bed every morning instead of dragging every morning yourself out of bed and wondering when the hell is going to end and being in a job that you really hate. If you would like some help with getting some clarity around what that's really costing you and to see if I'm the right person to help, I offer a free breakthrough call. You can book a spot on my calendar by going to debraven.com/apply. You can pick a spot on my calendar there, fill out a short little application form, and then we'll talk to you at the time that you choose. Anyways, live well, my friends, and I will talk to you soon.